Hey, welcome back! In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make an UTAU cover. If you don't know how to download other voice banks or how the basics of the UTAU program work, I highly recommend you go watch my previous tutorials first. So, what will we need in order to make a cover? We're gonna need an instrumental version of the song you want to cover, the normal version of the song you wish to cover, and a mixing software. For this tutorial I'll be using a program called FL Studio. However, programs like Audacity and Reaper are fine as well. Alright, so let's get started. First you're going to pick what song you wish to cover. For this tutorial I'll be making a cover of the song My Will, which is one of the Inuyasha endings. What you'll need to do is simply type the title of the song you're looking for, and then just put UST download afterwards. Usually these UST downloads can be found within YouTube descriptions. However, they're sometimes also distributed through special UST download pages. If you have trouble finding a UST of the song you wish to cover, try to search for this UST on either SoundCloud, YouTube, or Nico Nico Doga, because those are the primary platforms UTAU users tend to post their content to. Now, I spot a UST download link over here for the UST I'm looking for. And this is totally not my own website. As we can see over here, for number 27, it says My Will download. So let's click download. Usually you'll be taken to some kind of download website. Now just download it. And once your UST has downloaded, go ahead and extract it. Usually you'll get a folder, which usually includes 2 or more USTs. One being a UST for the main vocals, and one being a UST for the backup vocals. Aside from that, there's usually also a README file included. In this file you're usually able to see who made the UST and who you're supposed to credit if you wish to use this UST. And yes, this is one of my own USTs, so I personally also usually include a link to the off vocal of the particular song. So next we're going to open up the UST with the UTAU we wish to cover it with. And say for this cover I wish to cover it with Kuonkono. Once you open up a UST like this, usually the project properties window will pop up, because the UTAU that's assigned to the UST is not located on your computer. The name is usually red if this is the case. All you got to do is simply replace this UTAU with a different name. I went over this in the UTAU Basics tutorial, so I assume you guys know how to do that. As you can see though, I don't have to do this because the UTAU that the UST was created with is also present within my PC. Now, some of you might think, oh, I just have to render the UST and I'm done. Well, no. The first thing you gotta do is you're supposed to fit the UST to the UTAU you're using it with. What do I mean by fit? It simply means adjusting a few settings in order to make the vocals sound good. By good, I mean that the overlap sounds smoothly and the UTAU sounds overall understandable. If you don't make these adjustments, the UTAU is going to sound really weird because the UST has still been configured to work properly with the original UTAU the UST was created with. And we don't want that. Now here's a little comparison between an unfitted and a fitted UST. In order to fit a UST to an UTAU, all you gotta do is Ctrl A, right click on one of the notes, go to Region Property, then make sure the modulation says 0, clear the pre-utterance and the overlap, make sure the flag box is blank. To make this blank, all you have to do is click it and press space, and also clear the STP. And press OK. Then you're going to be using these couple of buttons here. Now you'll have to press them in the following order: Reset, ACPT, P2, P3, ACTP. And that's it, you've fitted the UST to the UTAU. So, if you were to play the notes now, They sound completely fine, and not as fucked up as they would have sounded if you didn't fit it to the UST. Now the next thing you're supposed to do is you're gonna tune the UST. Tuning basically is the alteration of the pitch bends between notes. Pitch bends being these red lines you see across these notes. If you wish to learn how to tune, or at least want to see how I personally tune my USTs, please go check out this tutorial. Once you've done all of that, simply go to Project, Render WAV file, and save your WAV file. Once that has finished, you can go ahead and do the same to the other USTs that are located within your UST pack. In this case, a harms UST. Once you've tuned and rendered both of these USTs, you'll have two WAV files. Now, what else do we need? We need an on vocal and an off vocal. And assuming you guys know how to download MP3 files from the internet, I'm not gonna go over that. So I'll go ahead and find both the on and the off vocal very quickly for this particular song. Now you can go ahead and open up your mixer program. Now I'm not gonna go into detail regarding mixing and stuff, because that's not what this tutorial is about. Now we're gonna go and drag in both of our on and off vocal. And try to align these two as best as you can. Okay, now that that's done, you can go ahead and import the vocals. Now disable your instrumental track for a second and try to align your vocals with the on vocal version of the song. Once that's done, you can simply delete the on vocal track if you wish, and just enable the off vocal track again. This way, your vocals will be perfectly aligned with the off vocal. Now, if you're already quite experienced with mixing, you probably won't need this little trick I just used, but for beginners it's really helpful. Now just import the rest of the vocals this way as well. And now the only thing left to do is pretty much just mess a bit around with the volume levels of each of these tracks. You want the off vocal to be quieter than the main vocals, and you also want the harmonies to be quieter than the main vocals. So I'll go adjust those right now, and I'll make a little comparison between the unadjusted volume levels and the adjusted ones. Now let's listen again and see what it now sounds like. This way it sounds a lot nicer, because the vocals are not too powerful, but not too quiet either. Same goes for the background music, as well as the harmonies. Now once you've done this, you can add a bunch of extra effects, such as echo effects, or stereo effects, whatever you like. This process is called mixing, but like I mentioned, I'm not gonna go into detail about this. Now once you're all satisfied, you can go ahead and export your file, I usually export as WAV file, but you can also export it as MP3 if you wish, and simply save it somewhere. And once everything is done, you'll have something like this.
あと少しという距離が踏み出せなくて、いつも目の前は閉ざされていたの。会いたい会えない日々を重ねるたびに、強いときめきは切なさになるよ。もしも永遠というものがあるなら、遠回りしてでも信じてみたい。不器用だから傷つくこともあるとわかっても止まらない。もう誰にも負けない。あなたのことを思う、それだけで涙が今溢れ出してくるよ。儚い想い、ずっとどんな時でも願うよ。あなたに届くようにと。
And that's it for making an UTAU cover. I hope this tutorial was helpful. In my next tutorial I'll be going over how to make your own UTAU voice bank. So be sure to go and check that out. Thanks for watching, bye!